have your finger in the rectum, you can actually have a good feel of the prostate. That's the basis of this examination.
Knock, knock. Hello.
Done by a professional, right?
by a
Okay, yeah.
professional,
I mean, 30 minutes, right? That's normal,
reveal.
right?
We don't do this for 30 minutes. No, yeah.
Wait, then what was good? No, I'm just kidding.
Hey everyone, it's Sonia.
And it's Mike, and welcome to We Need to Talk About This.
Got a question. What exactly is the prostate and what does it do? I mean, we're talking about prostate enlargement here today, right? But let's start with the basics, shall we, Dr. Sam?
All right. So the prostate is only found in males. It is a reproductive organ. The testis makes the sperm. Then the sperm travels up the vas, goes to the back of the bladder, mixes with this fluid called the seminal fluid. And the seminal fluid is actually made by the prostate. So the prostate is actually part of a man's sexual organ.
So what is the normal size of a prostate?
Maybe a small apple like this.
Oh,
Okay.
All right. So it becomes a big prostate, then it becomes a big, like this big apple here. And then it compresses on the tube that flows through the center of the prostate.
I just got my prostate checked, slightly enlarged, but she said it was generally okay for my age, 49 years old. Is this just something that we can't avoid? It's just going to grow?
That's right. So the prostate gets bigger as the man grows older, something that you cannot avoid. Like everything in the human body, it is a continuous variable. That means nobody is the same height. So the way the prostate grows is different in different people as well. So some grow bigger, some grows not so big.
You have a diagram here.
There's a cross-section. The bladder is there, the rectum is at the back of the bladder. Below the bladder is the prostate right there, right? We've been talking about the prostate, and you can see that the tube that you pee goes right through the center of the prostate. When we ejaculate, the bladder is closed off, semen is forced into the urethra, and then the semen comes out through the front. Because the prostate manufactures that liquid that the semen swims in, any process that affects the function of the prostate, so a man with an enlarged prostate can complain of less semen on ejaculation. The semen quality may be different. They may become a bit more watery instead of being usually the thick semen. All right.
Does it hurt as well? When it...
Usually an enlarged prostate does not hurt, but if you have a complication associated with an enlarged prostate, like a stone in the bladder or an infection in the prostate, yes, it hurts.
What are some early warning signs, for example?
Early warning signs of a prostate enlargement are if you start to wake up at night, especially frequently, 2 times, 3 times a night. You start to go and pee more frequently. You spend more time in the toilet emptying the bladder because the flow is slow. You may feel that you have not emptied your bladder completely when you leave the toilet. At the later stage, they develop something called an urgency, where the sensation comes to pee. It hits you, you need to go ASAP. If the patient suddenly develops this complete inability to pee, the bladder fills up, it becomes extremely uncomfortable.
That sounds
becomes
awful.
an emergency, So they usually need to go to the accident and emergency and have a catheter inserted.
Is there any way to reverse an enlarged prostate?
Yes, there are medication out there that if taken over a period of time, they can actually make the prostate smaller.
What if a surgery is required? Does that happen commonly?
It is surgery that's done commonly, but I have to qualify that because of advances in medicine, we do less surgery for prostate enlargement now compared to maybe 20 or 30 years ago. It is actually a scope that goes through the urethra, the passage that you pee.
There are other reasons a prostate can get enlarged besides growing old, like things that, an infection.
Infection of the prostate is not as common as infection in the bladder in a woman, all right? But it does happen. It is usually when the body is run down, all right? When the guy is too tired, when he's not giving his body enough rest. And because the prostate is a reproductive organ, there is sort of like an immune barrier around the prostate where the body does not want to kill its own sperm because the sperm is genetically different. And sometimes the bacteria takes advantage of this and it causes a prostate infection.
How do you test?
Like I said earlier, the rectum is the neighbor of the prostate. So if you have your finger in the rectum, you can actually have a good feel of the prostate. That's the basis of this examination.
Knock, knock. Hello.
Done by a professional, right?
Done by a
Okay, yeah.
professional, Yes.
No, I mean, honestly, look, I mean, just to be real, it was not very uncomfortable. It was okay. It was fine.
Yeah.
Okay, because you were relaxed.
Yeah, just relax, and it's quick. Didn't
Yeah.
take that long.
Yeah, you know, Mike, I think
I mean,
we
30 minutes, right? That's normal,
reveal.
right?
We don't do this for 30 minutes. now, yeah.
Wait, and what was good? No, I'm just kidding.
Mike, we're learning something new about you every episode, okay? So, what about the recovery process for these patients?
Sometimes we just tell them to take some supplements, which do work if you take it on a regular basis. The big group of the patients, they do well just with medicine, actually. Yes.
But it could also lead to something like prostate cancer, right? I don't think we've touched on that yet.
Prostate enlargement does not cause prostate cancer. We have to make sure that the guy who comes to us saying that he's got a prostate enlargement do not have a prostate cancer.
Can you remove the prostate entirely and can you live without it? For example, if it's a case of cancer.
Yes, you can. So actually, the removal of the prostate has been made easier now because of robotic surgery.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you, thank
being
you.
with us here today. We learned a lot.
Thank you so much to Dr. Pei. That's all the time we have for now. We'll see you next time on We Need to Talk About This.
If you would like more health tips, be sure to catch our main show, Let's Talk About Health, on MeWatch and Channel 5.